Hey guys, what is up? And today we are doing a slime story time. Look at that. Let's get this out of the container. This is like brand new slime. I got it like yesterday, people. So nobody tried to come to my house and steal it. Okay, bestie? Okay, bestie. Even though you don't really like butter slime, I don't think, but oh well, don't come to my house begging me for my slime because you have much more slime than me. I wasn't able to get slime since I was like 6 or 7 when my uncle bought me slime. And 6 was like, oh wait, no, I think it was actually like 4. So since I was 4, I wasn't allowed to get slime. And I finally have a couple things of slime. Nobody come to and try to steal all of my butter slime. Okay? Or I will kick you off of my channel and I'll block you, bestie. So don't even try. I'll block you on everything. I'll unfriend you on Roblox. Do whatever I can so you can't get my address. Okay? Okay. Let's get started now. Okay, guys. I mean, I seem like a very friendly person and all, but once you really start to know me, I'm quite loud when I'm not recording. And I'm not showing you any clips because it's embarrassing that I'm this loud and obnoxious. I'm joking. I'm not obnoxiously loud. I'm just really loud when I'm not recording. Like that. But let's get started. Okay, so first story. Okay, so is it just me, or when? Is it just me, or when you're scrolling through like Likey or something, and then you're like, ooh, I want to follow this person, and then you run out of space to follow people, and you're like, oh my frickety frick, now I have to go unfollow everybody. My gosh. Is it just me? Or does this happen to you? Like, okay, anyway. So I was scrolling through Likey, and then I was like, oh, this is a really good video. Let me just like it real quick. Oh no, I forgot. Likey disables my chat, so I can't. Or I can't like it or chat. So I'm so frustrated. Sorry. Did you just get changed? Mm-hmm. When? And where? Okay, anyway. So after that, I'm like, Likey, I'm deleting you and re-downloading you so I can like and follow people. And I was so sad about it because I lost all of my followers. But if you guys want to go follow me on Likey, my name is Miss Moon. And yeah, new story. But if you're a hacker, I'm very disappointed in you. Because hackers can go to jail, and when you go to jail, you eat gross stuff. And when you eat gross stuff, you get sick. And when you get sick, you end up in the hospital. And then when you end up in the hospital, you might not be able to get saved. When you're not able to get saved, you pass out. When you pass out, you die. When you die, all your family members and friends are sad. Even though you wouldn't have any friends because you're a hacker, but you might have like ugly hacker friends or whatever. Because hackers are always ugly.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But don't be a hacker, kids. It's bad for you. Okay, now we're gonna get into like real stories. Okay, so I was at school one time and I asked to use the bathroom. And my teacher was like, yeah, sure, go ahead, whatever. So I go to the bathroom and somebody comes out and says, don't use the last bathroom, it's leaking. And then farts in my face because I was tying my shoe. And I was like, somebody just farted in my face. What? Why? Why did you have to do that? Couldn't you have just held it in? Or what, farted when you were in the bathroom? Or were you too embarrassed to fart in the bathroom with nobody in there? Like, why in my face? And then you fart out in the hallway where everybody is. Just do it in the bathroom. It's not like anybody's gonna hear it when nobody's in there. Why did you have to do it in my face? And also, I have a new bestie. Avery, you're still my bestie as well. But I have multiple besties. And I have a new bestie named Isabella. And we are friends on Roblox. So yeah. Anyways, new story. Okay, so I joined Roblox and I joined Colorblock. And because like Colorblock is like the most popular game in the world. So after I joined, I'm like, yeah, this level's pretty fun. And then all of a sudden, this bacon comes up to me and she's like, hey, I want to give you something. That's the bacon's voice. Hi. That's the bacon's voice. Okay, so the bacon's like, hi, I want to give you something. So I'm like, okay, what is it? And then she's like, it's a rainbow pet. Join me and adopt me. And I'm like, I'm not friend requesting you, so no. And she's like, okay, then you don't get the limited edition Rainbow Galaxy pet. That's not actually a real pet, I don't think. So don't go looking for it and adopt me. Okay, so we join it, and then I'm like, fine. But after this, I'm unfriending you. So she's like, okay, fine. So I friend request her. She denies it. And I'm like, why'd you deny it? And she's like, because I didn't know that was you. And I'm like, I'm standing standing right in front of you. You didn't know that it was me. And she's like, no, sorry, ma'am. And I'm like, I'm going to smush your face into pieces if I ever see you. And she's like, accepts my friend request and leaves the game. So then I leave the game in the middle of the level. Oh, and yes, we have been getting to the other colors. But I was like, she left the game. I guess I'll just finish this level and then join her and adopt me. But then in my mind, I was like, wait, what if she thinks that I was just, what if she thinks that I'm one of the people on Adopt Me? And I'm like, she probably will. She's just a bacon. So I was like, she must be really new to Roblox. She can't join a server without the other person knowing that she's going to join the server. So they can join. So I leave the server, join, and she is somehow at my house. And I'm like, how are you at my house? In the beginning of when I joined. And she's like, I just came to claim this plot. And it got taken by you ugly rat. And I'm like, whatever, just give me the galaxy pet thing and I'm unfriending you. And she's like, fine. So she gives me this pet. And it's not even a galaxy pet. It's literally just an unhatched egg. So I'm like, what is this? And she's like, I just needed somebody to watch my egg. And I was like, so why did you trick me? And she was like, because if I asked you, you wouldn't say yes. And I was like, okay, then just go ask another bacon. And she was like, you calling me a bacon? I'll be right back. Leaves the server, gets 8,690 Robux. And she joins back in and sets her regular avatar, and she comes up to me and I'm like, who are you? And she's like, it's me. And I'm like, you're not her. You're literally not a bacon. Get out of here. And I block her. She tries to go in my house, and I'm like, that's what she would do, but it's not her. And she's like, I just got 8,690 Robux. It's me. And I'm like, you're not as rich as me. I have like 90K. And she's like, how? How the heck do you have that much? And I'm like, because I'm good and responsible and not mean, tricking people and not asking another bacon. So she's like, I'm so sorry. Can we please restart? And can you give me some of your Robux? So I'm like, yeah, no. But we can restart if you really want to. So she's like, no, we're not restarting unless you give me Robux. And I was like, okay, I guess we're not restarting then. And she was like, please, my family is so poor. And I'm like, okay, then how did you just get that much Robux? And she's like, because I've been saving up my pocket money. And I'm like, nobody has that much pocket money. And especially if you have that much pocket money, you're not very good. Because buying that much Robux is like $5 or whatever. So I'm like, well, that's not a lot of pocket money. It's like $5 to buy that much. Buying a 90K Robux is like $200. She's like, please, you're so rich. And I'm like, I don't care. You were a stupid bacon and you will never be as rich as anybody in this world. And she's like, what? And joins Tower of Heck. Oh, come time. Okay. So I joined her in Tower of Heck and I'm like, you're so ugly, you ugly bacon. You are a crybaby just because I didn't give you Robux. And she's like, yeah, I mean, everybody would cry if somebody as rich as you didn't give you Robux. And I was like, I don't care. So after that happened, she texted me while I was offline because I was like doing something or whatever. And she's like, hey, I'm sorry for what I said earlier. Can we be friends? I really like you. Turns out to be her mother saw us fighting on the phone, so she tries to get us to be friends. And her mom thinks that I'm one of her classmates. Are you freaking kidding me? Why would I be that ugly girl's classmate? She sent me a photo of herself. She was so ugly. Even her mom was ugly. So her mom was like, hey, do you want to come over? It's really nice here. We're like millionaires. And I was like, and then once I got back online, because my phone was just blowing up in the chat, in the group chat /GC, it was like, hey. And I was like, what do you want? You ugly, ugly rat. And she was like, don't ever call me that again. And I was like, why? You called me that. And she was like, and her mom was like, I would never. And I was like, yes, you did, you ugly, 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 ugly. Disgusting, dusty, musty, crusty, musty, dusty, sussy, sussy baka. And she's like, don't ever call my daughter, me that again. And I'm like, daughter, are you her mother? And she was like, yes, I am. I saw you girls fighting and I just needed to fix this. And I was like, why? You don't even know me. And she was like, no, yes, I do. You're one of my daughter's classmates. And I was like, what class is she in? Manor Elementary School.